Hey there, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your reading for the week of February 21st through the 27th. If you want a personal reading from me, the link is in the description box below. I am not doing extended readings right now. I had to take a little siesta from all that stuff. Okay, let's see what you got, Leo. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups, the King of Wands, the Sun. There's a lot of Leo energy in this already. The Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups. Leo. There is something that brings you great joy in your life, a relationship, a very strong connection, your partner or a person that you love very, very deeply, that brings you a lot of joy and harmony sometimes, and other times it brings you a shitload of stress and makes you just, hang your head and put it in your hands and just like, what am I going to do with this? Thinking about it a ton, staying up late, wondering about it, figuring out what am I going to do with this? How am I going to deal with this? The Eight of Cups is the card that Leo, you are facing here with the King of Wands. So you're feeling like to maintain your personal respect, to maintain your personal space, you have to walk away from something that it feels very painful to do that, to release that and to, decide later if it's going to come back, it's going to come back. But for right now, it doesn't feel healthy to you. And this is a really, really tough decision because you do love this person so very much. And I think that you would really prefer to just bring everything out into the light of day instead of dealing with this privately or dealing with this where you can't really say what you want to say to your person. You would rather just put it all out there. Let's live, let's live our lives in the light and discuss our feelings and where we're at and then go from there. But you don't feel like you can do that. And so you're dealing with this in a very internal way, and it's creating all this internal pressure to the point where you feel like you have to leave it behind. So let's do some clarification on that. Okay, we have the Sun clarifying again. We have the Sun clarifying the Eight of Cups. I do feel like this is telling me that you really just need to find what makes you happy. And you can love somebody all day long, but it may not make you happy. It may make you miserable. And I feel like for right now, this situation is making you miserable. And so you are leaving it behind, or you're detaching from it in some way to go find joy in your life, to go find completion, to feel like there's harmony, because there's not harmony in this right now. There's not reciprocity. It's very difficult for you to hang in there right now. So let's see what we have clarifying the rest of these cards. Okay, we have the Ten of Coins clarifying the King of Wands, which is, I feel like, signifying you in this reading. And I do think that there is something financial that's going to happen that's going to be a big boost for you. Because both having the Sun card here twice, that is a card of abundance. That is a card of joy, like, yay, I have everything that I could want. And then we've got the Ten of Coins, which is a very stable, long-term card about wealth. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got, things kind of turning in your favor. So there may be a lot of other areas in your life that are doing really well or are about to be doing really well, except for this relationship situation. And it's like, I just need that one thing to straighten itself out. It does feel very karmic, this relationship between you and the other individual, because the Wheel of Fortune is such a fated kind of card. It is a card about fate's hand and things. This person, though, right now with the Nine of Wands, you feel very guarded towards them, okay? Having the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands both, this individual, it's like you may love them, but you don't really trust them. There's something that's kind of making you wary and holding back, and you don't know what it is. Maybe you do, but it's like I can't quite put my finger on why you don't feel like you can just open up to them. But you don't feel that way at all. It's not like you're going to stop loving them, but you don't feel like you can really be truthful with them. The High Priestess is clarifying the Two of Cups. Same thing. There's a lot of secrets between the two of you. There's a lot of things that are not being said, and that could go both ways, but it definitely goes the way of you feeling like your person does not open up to you, and you feel like they're you just get this intuitive feeling that they are not being as truthful, they're not being as open-hearted as you are, and that's not sitting well with you, Leo. So let's see what's going on your person's side of things. Leo's card, Strength. So you're right there. Very prominent, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So your person may be an earth sign or a fellow Leo. That's possible. They could have an earth heavy chart or earth sun or moon as well, you know, or moon or rising. It doesn't always have to be their sun sign. But the important thing here is that, God, they are thinking about you. You are very forefront in their mind, and they also feel like the two of you are a pair, you know? The King and the Queen, having the two of the same suit always tells me that these two people are very either similar or they're like a mirror of one another, you know, like a yin and a yang. They're a match, okay? So they do feel like they are a match with you. They do feel like that you guys are a good pair. However, what's happening is I have two conversation cards in between the King and the Queen. So I have the two pages, which are talky kind of cards, and I'm going to explain what they are wanting to talk to you about. But I have those between the King and the Queen who are both looking the other way. So nobody's fucking communicating here. That's what's happening. Nobody's actually talking to the other and telling them what's going on. It's like they want to, though, okay? So the Page of Cups is telling me they want to express their feelings to you, and those feelings are feelings of affection, of love. They want to offer that to you. They care about you, and they want to show you how much you mean to them, but they're holding back. And the Page of Swords is the same thing. I want to reach out. I want to communicate. It's the best card, I think, in my opinion, in the deck for showing somebody that does want to communicate. But it's also a spying card. And having both of those next to each other just gives me the feeling that this person is keeping an eye on you, Leo. They are watching what you do. They may be watching your socials. They may be talking to other people about you. They are trying to see what's going on in your life. And they may be doing this, now this is just maybe me speculating a little, but they may be doing this because they're keeping their own secrets. And when people keep their own secrets, a lot of times it's hard for them to think, well, other people do the same thing, right? They think, oh, well, they must have secrets too, so I need to find those out. It's a possibility. Okay, so let's clarify and see what it is they're wanting to tell you, what it is they're thinking about with you, where they want to go from here. They're they're definitely holding back from you. And so I understand why you get this feeling of, I want to just let this go because I can't force it. I can't make them want to open up to me and be honest with me. The Three of Coins is here. That is an exchange. So Leo, they do want to talk to you. All right. They do want to open up to you. Okay, we have the Seven of Coins here, but it feels like a risk. It's a gamble for them. That's why they're not taking it, because it feels risky. They're going to risk their own vulnerability. And the thing that is hardest for people to really do is to risk being vulnerable in somebody, because that leaves us open for rejection. So it does feel like a risk, whatever it is that they're not sharing with you. And that's making you feel like, they are hiding from you. They're not being open. The communication has stalled. Okay. If I don't drop everything. They're hoping that there's something that they hope that you're going to overlook. That doesn't really, there's a shame. There's a shame dynamic wrapped up in this. They've got the 6 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. You're going to get communication from them. You really are. If you're in a no communication point, I mean, I have so many communication cards. The 8 of Wands, the Page of Swords, those are very talky, communicating cards. Your person may even live far from you. That's possible. There could be distance between you guys, and they're wanting to close that gap, but they are going to be reaching out to you. They're going to take the risk. They just don't want to. But back to what I was saying, I think that there's something that they want. It may be forgiveness for, it may be a pass for, or maybe it just is an understanding, you know, something that they feel shame over, that they want to understand, they want you to understand them. And the 8 of Swords here is clarifying too. So I've got this feeling that that's why they're so stuck. They're very stuck in their head, because when we get in our head about it, we get afraid, and we tell ourselves this whole story about how somebody's going to react and behave and what they're going to think about us. That may not be true at all, but that's how they think it's going to go. And so they're completely stuck. They're not able to move forward and communicate to you, or haven't been able to, okay? All right, so I have balance, Libran energy. That's also called the Justice card. In this deck, it's balance. There's truth coming out here. There's a big truth coming out, and a big sharing moment, a big heart-to-heart conversation that you guys are going to have, and you're going to hear this truth. And Leo, I know that you are going to be okay with it. You're going to be as open and as accepting and loving as you always are, because God help it, that is just how Leo is. And anybody who tells me different can kiss my ass, because Leo is they're ruled by the heart. They're very loving, they're very accepting and forgiving. But your person doesn't realize this. They have built up a shame story in their head. And so there's distance. It's creating distance between you. Let's go ahead and pull a song card. Song cards are like when you hit shuffle on your playlist, and the next song that comes out is going to have a message, right? That's how it works. No making fun of my music if it's an embarrassing song. Okay, deal? Oh, I feel like that one wants to be here. Oh, this one's perfect. Okay, you probably don't know this song. It's not like a super popular song, but it's perfect for this. So go look at it, I promise. Or listen to it. It's called Come Out and Play, and it is by the Sweet Surrenders. I had to remember. I'm like, who is that by? Come Out and Play by the Sweet Surrenders. It is so perfect for this reading. You're going to be like, oh, shit, it is. Okay, I love when that happens. I just get excited. Okay, so let's pull a Moonology card for you, okay? Okay, we've got full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. So Leo, don't get so intent upon what you think is going on that you have inflated it in your head either. Because pride is often not just about like being full of yourself, but it's when we think we know better, or when we think we know right, or we know what's going on and we really have no idea what the full story is. So don't let that get in your way, Leo. Don't let that be a hindrance between the two of you. Let's pull 3 more cards before we close out for what you can expect to come with this person. The Hangman, Judgment, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. This process is it's gonna be a process. It's gonna take time to unfold, because the Hangman is not a quickly moving thing. But I do think that between having the Hangman and Judgment, there is a totally new way that you're gonna begin to look at this, and there's reflection that's gonna be happening on both sides. So I think that your person and you are both trying to think about things from a different perspective, which is a fabulous thing to do, getting out of your own head and trying to understand where another person is coming from. That's what's about to take place. It is going to be a process, but it is going to put you back into a position of feeling confident about the connection again. So give it a little bit of time, do that work and reflecting, and not letting pride get in your way. If you enjoyed this reading, hit the subscribe button and hang out with me next week. I'll see you then.